How to Train a New Contact Lens Wearer by Jesse Atkinson. So prior to insertion, there's a few things that you need to go over with the patient. First, while checking the lens, you need to make sure there are no defects. If you see any rips or tears, it is important that you throw away the lens and get a new one. If the contact lens does not look like a bowl on your finger, it will not be able to suction onto the eye. All edges should be free. To determine if the contact lenses are inside out, the key factor is looking at the edges. If a contact lens is inside out, it will not fit comfortably on the eye and may distort vision. There are 3 tests to determine if a contact lens is inside out. The first is holding the contact lens on your index finger so it looks like a bowl with your finger at the base. If the bowl's edges fold in like a bowl, it is correct. If the bowl's edges flare out, then it is inside out. The second method is the taco test. If you fold the lens in half, the edges should fold in like a taco. If the edges flare out, it is inside out. And the third way, although hard to determine for some patients based on their prescription, the writing inside the lens can also help determine if it's inside out. Each frame will have a different inversion mark, which is just the writing in the lens. To check, make the contact lens into a bowl shape on your finger with your index finger as the base, and hold the contact lens up to the light, looking at the outside rim of the lens. If the inversion mark is correct, then you know the contact lens is not inside out. An example is the 1-2-3 on AccuView Oasis brand. If looking up at the lens you see 3-2-1, then you know that the contact lens is inside out. Cleaning the lens. Different solutions have different requirements on how to clean the lenses. All require a proper rub and rinse on the lens except for peroxide-based solutions such as Clear Care. Place the lens in the palm of your hand and place a few drops of solution onto the lens. Rub from the center of the lens to the outer edge for 5 seconds, although this could vary depending on the brand. Don't rub in a circular motion, it can cause a tear in the contact lens. After rubbing the lens, rinse the lens on each side with a few drops of solution. Always clean the lens before putting them in and when taking them out to store them. Soft contact lens insertion. Before the actual insertion of the contact lens, it is important to have the patient practice going through the motions. The patient must have a proper hold of the lids in order to insert the contact lenses, or there will not be a window wide enough for the lenses to fit. Always wash and dry your hands before inserting or removing contact lenses. When drying, use a clean, lint-free towel. Soft contact lens insertion. To insert the lens, use the middle finger of your free hand and hold your upper eyelid open by placing your finger over your lashes so you cannot blink. Look up, pull your lower eyelid down with the middle finger of your dominant hand, and insert the lens, which should be on the index finger of your dominant hand. Lens on finger pad. Remember, it must be in a bowl shape with no edges touching the finger or it will not suction onto the eye. Once the lens is in the eye, remove finger and roll your eye around to make sure the lens properly suctioned onto the cornea or clear part of your eye. Now that the lenses have been inserted, rinse out the case with clean solution and let it air dry with the capes and caps facing down separately. For contact lens removal, it's the same process as an insertion, except now your index finger is free. Once eyelashes are properly held, look up and use your index finger to slide the lens down below the cornea. Squeeze the contact lens off the eye using your free index finger and thumb. Once contact lenses have been removed, clean contact lenses using the rub and rinse technique. Store in a contact lens case with enough solution to completely cover the contact lenses. For lens care, a good rule of thumb for replacing contact lens cases is to replace the case even when you need a new contact lens solution bottle. Some brands even come with a case when purchasing a bottle for this very reason. It's a good idea to establish a routine when inserting and removing contact lenses. This will help not to confuse the lens for each eye. To avoid switching contact lenses, it is best to open one side of a case at a time. When first learning to insert a contact lens, it is important to keep the lens moist. After a few tries, if you cannot get the lens in, re-wet the contact lens in order to prevent it from drying and becoming brittle. Never use water or saliva to clean the lenses. This is very important. Water, even though safe for us to drink, still hosts bacteria that could be detrimental to corneal health. And never top off or reuse solution. The antibacterial properties of a solution can only last for so long. Some helpful hints. Have the patient practice going through the motions before actually using the contact lenses. Different solutions have different requirements as to how to clean the lenses. All lenses should be rubbed and rinsed in order to be properly cleaned, except when using peroxide-based solutions. Remember, there are 3 ways to test to make sure the lenses are not inside out, and that's the taco test, the bowl test, and looking for the inversion mark. The patient must have a proper hold of the lids in order to insert the contact lenses. And then just a recap of soft contact lens insertion and removal. Always wash and dry your hands before inserting or removing contact lenses. When drying, use a clean, lint-free towel. During insertion, use the middle finger of your free hand, holding your upper eyelid open by placing your finger over the lashes so you cannot blink. Look up, pull your lower eyelid down with the middle finger of your dominant hand, and the contact lens should be on your index finger. As for removal, it's the same process as insertion, except now your index finger is free. Once eyelashes are properly held, look up and use your free index finger to slide the lens down below the cornea. Squeeze the contact lenses off the eye using your free index finger and thumb. A step-by-step guide to correctly insert and remove contact lenses. Insertion. Wash hands, dry with a lint-free towel. Open package one eye at a time. Always start with the same eye first. Clean contact lens in the palm of hand. Remember to rub and rinse. Check to make sure the contact lens is not inside out. Place contact lenses on the finger pad of the index finger of your dominant hand. Make into a bowl shape. Ensure the bottom of the bowl is only the bottom of the bowl is touching the finger. Look up. Use your middle finger of the non-dominant hand to grasp upper eyelashes, and use middle finger of dominant hand to grasp lower eyelashes and index finger to insert the contact lens. Once the lens is on the eye, remove index finger only and roll eye around in order to ensure contact lens suction. Remove and clean if irritation. Rinse out the case with clean solution and let it air dry with the case and caps facing down separately. For removal, it's the same process as insertion, except now your index finger is free. Once eyelashes are properly held, look up and use your free index finger to slide the lens down below the cornea. Squeeze the contact lens off the eye using free index finger and thumb. Once the contact lenses have been removed, clean contact lenses using the rub and rinse technique, storing it in a contact lens case with a